That ABC primetime clip aired back in 2005. And when it did, $5 million worth of orders came in, because at the end of the clip, it used to say, for more information, go to abcnews.com. Well, everybody did. They ordered the product, $5 million worth of orders came in. The stock went from $1 a share to $20 overnight on sheer speculation as to what this product could do inside people's bodies. There was only one little tiny problem, which was fabulous for us, and that is that Dr. Joe McCord is a researcher and a scientist, and he had absolutely no infrastructure in place. There was no sales team, there was no marketing team, there were 6 guys in an office answering the phone going, what the heck's going on? Our phone is ringing off the hook, right? In fact, the Oprah people contacted Joe McCord shortly after the ABC primetime clip aired and asked, would he like to be on the Oprah show? And his only question, no kidding, was, who's Oprah? How's that? Who's Oprah? He never returned the call. Thank you, God. Because that's why we have this today. So the orders didn't get filled, the emails didn't get returned, the calls didn't get replaced, and you would have thought that was the end, but it was not, because other people saw this clip. Doctors, researchers, and scientists, and they started to contact Joe McCord. Hey, could we use your product in the study of renal failure, osteoarthritis, photoaging of the skin cancer, heart disease, coronary artery bypass, graft failure, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy? In fact, there's this incredible story. David Brown told me this. That was our president, by the way, if you didn't know that. He told this amazing story 14 months ago when I heard about this. There was a dad who saw the ABC primetime investigative report. He had a son with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and they were one of the lucky ones who got their product. He put his little boy on this product, and within a very short amount of time, this child was getting in and out of the SUV by himself for the first time ever. Extremely excited for this family. So the dad started contacting other Duchenne's families and said, you know, I can't really explain this. I mean, I know Duchenne's is hooked up to oxidative stress, so we put our child on it and we're having some pretty big results. Would you like to try it too? And people started putting their children on this product. Well, it became such a story that it was taken up as a peer-reviewed, published study that you can read today by going to www.pubmed.gov. If you have a pen and paper, www.pubmed.gov. And you will see 8 peer-reviewed published studies at pubmed.gov. You'll also find something very interesting too. If you go there and type in oxidative stress, you will see over 90,000 studies there linking oxidative stress to over 200 diseases. Things like lupus and fibromyalgia, and allergies and acne and warts and diabetes and obesity. I mean, just amazing. Then if you go there and type in just Protandim, Protandim, you will see, and by the way, went and met with Joe McCord a little over a year ago, 14 months ago, wherever we are. And it was pro versus con in the body and in tandem, these 5 plant ingredients, therefore the name Pro Tandem. So if you go type in Protandim, you will see 8 peer-reviewed published studies there. And they are phenomenal. I mean, I never read them because I'm no scientist, but I know who's funded them, I know who has initiated them, and that's the important part, is that these studies are initiated and funded by other people, third-party independent researchers like University of Colorado, Denver, Denver Health Medical Center, Universities of Florida, Kentucky, Michigan, Virginia Commonwealth, even places in Wales, Sweden, the Czech Republic, and Mexico City. So we even have, tell anybody, we have 2 studies that are being done right now by the U.S. military. One on our Navy SEALs as they recover from intense workouts and stress on their bodies, and certainly sleeplessness, right, sleep deprivation. We have another study that's an altitude sickness study, and these are bearing some pretty exciting preliminary results. So U.S. military studying our product. So anyway, you'll want to check out PubMed.gov. And back to the story. ABC primetime clip aired. Nobody got their stuff, right? No infrastructure. We thought it was over, but it wasn't. Well, here's the deal. Remember I told you stock went from $1 to 20 bucks overnight? Well, it plummeted after that because nobody got their product. It plummeted, went down to 7 cents a share. Almost was taken off the registry. Well, the shareholders started to say, okay, so we've got some pretty exciting anecdotal evidence coming in, right? We've heard some amazing stories about what this product is doing for people. We've got some third-party independent researchers and universities and institutions studying it. Why is our stock so low? And what are you going to do to get this product out there? Well, they tried online and that didn't work. So they decided to try retail outlets like GNC and Rite Aid. They did. The product sold about 1/4 of a bottle per store per month for 4 years. Unbelievably, it didn't work. Why? Because this is a pretty nondescript little bottle, right? $49.95 on the shelves. Says, clinically proven to reduce free radical damage. What did that mean in 2005? People really didn't know, and some people don't know today. I tell people, I had a guy at a meeting one time say, you know, I feel great. Why do I need to take this product? I said, because you live on planet Earth. Are you kidding me? We're breathing the air, we're pumping gas, right? Sodium benzoate, sucking it in, right? We've got additives, pesticides, preservatives, fungicides, GMOs, genetically modified organisms in our food. Our body doesn't even recognize some of the stuff we eat. We are drinking water that's chemically safe, right? They put some chemicals and additives in there to make our water so-called safe. And then we have the stress of everyday living. These are hits on our cells. We put that cell phone up here, bang, 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 on the brain, changing the cells of your body, right? That's called brain cancer. You've got the microwave oven. You've got the car battery. You guys, we don't have a chance. This is a different world today than it was 100 years ago. There is nobody in this room that does not need this product, in my never-to-be-humble opinion. I stole that from, who is it, Dr. Laura Schlesinger, I think, said that? Never to be humble. Anyway, just kidding. But we all need this product. So the shareholders are irritated, right? How are we going to get this out there? Didn't work on the shelves of GNC. Nobody knew what it was. And everybody knows what vitamin C and vitamin E are, right? These amazing antioxidants. Acai berries, blueberries, fruits and veggies. We all know those are good, so that's what everybody did. They didn't spend $49.95 on this bottle. It sat on the shelves year in and year out.